but I might stall a little bit and see if other people join us. So, because it's not really the only time that I stream. So if I got any of my followers who want to come check it out, they're gonna need a little time. Plus, they're probably used to that 5-minute wait, anyways. Maybe. Got a piece of the green screen that's not staying lit. Okay, looks like it's okay. I can see it peeking in there. Let me see if I can fix that. Did a little bit of a fix on my webcam to help with colors and exposure, but it did make my chroma key a little bit harder to get going. Don't want to cut off my head. Hey, what's up, PokePlace? How you doing, man? How are you today? I'm going to be doing a little bit of 3D modeling today. We've had an idea we've been talking about on the stream for a little bit, and so I think I'm going to execute it. Also, first. There you go, Pokey. Hell yeah, man. Okay, there we go. I had a little bit of green screen that's been hanging out right here. I think we might still be able to see a little bit of it, but I think it's okay for now. I think I might need to figure out some more lights, but yeah, other than that, I think my camera is looking better. I don't know if you guys, noticed that, all Pokey or whatever. So the new Switch, eh? Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I watched the trailer for it, the announcement trailer, whatever. It seems pretty cool. I don't know that it's something I need. It seems like the biggest benefit is going to be for people, as far as I can see, people who play mobile, you know what I mean? Because it's got the new kickstand, and I hope that kickstand is also more durable. It looked like it might be just as flimsy, so I was a little bit like, I don't know. Hopefully there's something else in there that makes it more durable. But yeah, the kickstand, the bigger screen and stuff, it all seems like it's stuff to help people who actually hold the thing and play it. Now, if there's any hardware differences on the inside, I didn't see any of that in the video. So that might change some things, but I think it's really cool, but I don't think it's for me. I think my regular Switch is going to do me just fine. But yeah, I think it is awesome that Nintendo tends to do that, like with their DSs and stuff. They had so many versions of it. I honestly think that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, what do you think, Pokey? You gonna get one? You excited for any of those new features? Is there any of those new features that get you most pumped up or whatever? However you would say that. More pumped up? What's your this feature you're most excited for? Maybe that's how I should say it. All right, so for the stream today, what I'm going to be doing is I have a very shitty little drawing here, but I think it's going to help me out. But I'm making a dice bowl for when we do my D20 dice battles. And so here's my little shitty drawing here. If I can get it to focus. Come on. I know it's really bright, but come on. There, you can kind of see one of them. It kind of looks like a little stadium type of thing. It's just like an octagon, and it'll have like a bunch of facets on the inside for the dice to bounce around in. But hopefully it should always, it should, because gravity, it should bring the dice towards the center every time, and then the camera should be able to be like right centered on it every time. So I'm hoping that'll be cool. Functionality wise, you know? Oh, sorry, I didn't bring up my chat on my other computer. Let's bring this one up. That way I should be able to read your chats easier, Pokey. Let me see what you say. Yeah, the new one is made for me, apparently, because I play in handheld constantly. Oh, there you go. Yeah, exactly, for you. But I also don't want to be forced to buy a LAN adapter to play Smash without lag, and I download games so much that the 64 gig SSD is so useful. That's true. Yeah, see, there you go. Okay, so so you're saying there's a bigger SSD in it than the 64 gig one? That's cool. That's something I didn't know about. And the LAN adapter, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that is pretty cool. The LAN adapter is pretty nice. Especially, yeah, for someone who plays like you, that sounds perfect, dude. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't have a built-in LAN adapter in the original one. Honestly, like, sometimes with Nintendo, they make decisions sometimes and I just don't understand it. Like, that's one of them. Like, why? What are you doing? Freaking 2021, and we're putting things with not hardware. Oh, okay, I guess 2021, it almost sounds like we should be wireless, right? But I think everything should always have a backup hardwire, dude. Hardwire everything, in my opinion. Okay, so the thing about my drawing is I don't have measurements, so we have to measure still. So let's see, I should be able to use the current camera to kind of display the whole measuring process here. See, I need to get light down here. It's a little bit too dark right there, but that's okay. We're fine. Anyways, let me put the D20 cam up. So there it is right now. It's just looking at a green fabric right now. I got like a little tray underneath the fabric here to try to keep the dice in this area. But it definitely likes to roll over the bump pretty easily. So that's why I think a bowl is going to be the best thing to do. So let's see. Wondering what I can do here to show more of what I'm doing. Take the crop off. There we go. Then you can see more of it. Now I just got to resize it for you, and you should be able to see more of what I'm doing here. 20. Oh, no, actually, I don't even have to do that. Hold up. I can just come down here and then resize it right here. There we go. So that's like what all the camera sees right now at its current height. So I'm going to try to measure it to where the camera can stay at about the same height and still see the entire structure. That's my goal. Because there's a couple things I need to consider. I need to consider how much of the table or whatever, how much of view does the camera have? Because that's going to have like a certain volume, right? And then I also need to consider the size of the die that I'm using to throw in there, which I want to remain the size it is because it's a large D20. And so I have to like make sure that it can actually tumble around in it. So I might have to end up raising the camera in order to like increase the size of the volume of what the camera's capturing. So we're gonna have to maybe play with that a little bit. We'll see how hard that is. Yeah, here's how many gigs I have left with 32 gigs SSD and a 128 gig SD card. I have 16.3 gigs left. Damn, oh, 26.3. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you've used quite a bit of those, man. I know how that can be for sure, because that's me like on PC, you know, because I download so many PC games and I never uninstall them. Well, I've gotten better at it, but yeah, I have, let's see, how many terabytes do I have filled up now? About 3 or 4 terabytes of video games. I think 4 probably, because I have 2 4 terabyte, or one's a 3 terabyte, one's a 4 terabyte, and across the both of them, they're pretty close to full. So I think I have at least 4 terabytes of games. So I totally understand what you're talking about there, Poke. I actually had to buy that second 4 terabyte one for because the 3 terabyte one was all full. It was like completely full. So I started to spread stuff out a little bit. I need to get better about probably my memory management in general. Could probably be better, but nah, it's all right. All right, cool. So now we have this area here. We'll go ahead and leave the little die there for scale. So I've used 133.7 gigs out of my 160. Yeah, and the games are just gonna get bigger and bigger, right? You know, that's the hard part. You're always fighting that. Less and less space every day. All right, so I'm getting my calipers out. So we're gonna do a little bit of measuring. I'm gonna measure the volume that it's actually currently, like the very bottom of the volume of that it's viewing right now. So we'll see how big that is. All right, hopefully you can still hear me. I don't know if my voice is traveling that far, but it's on. Try to get to the head. Okay, so it's bigger than my calipers can go. I mean, sort of. It'd be nice to know the exact measurement, but it's pretty big. Looks like it's off to the side a little bit. Let me see if I can that. That's considered me. Okay, so I can go, let's see, go to the edge, and that's meeting me up to right there. That's right, I need to go to. We're at 378. Wait, no, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. The decimal right there is 203. And the rest of that bit, another 74 about. $277, I guess. That's what we're looking at with our current setup, the current distance, which I think is pretty good. Now, what's the vertical? We're probably gonna be about the same, I hope. I think it's a square. Way out. What's it got? Oh no, it's just about the size of my calipers here. actually. 203 by 277. Okay, let's write that down. Some of these base measurements down, just kind of roughing it a little bit, you know. I guess since I'm inventing this thing, it doesn't have to be like a particular size. Okay, so let's do this. Let me draw the volume just so I can tell myself what I'm measuring here. So this was 277, and this was 203, just about. Yep. Hammer right here. I'm gonna do some quick perspective drawing that can be a little bit difficult sometimes, can't it? There we go. That communicates it enough to me, I think. So having 32 more gigs to give me 192 gigs total is awesome. When then the Ethernet port and 7-inch OLED screen really sold me. I bet, man. Yeah, I bet that Ethernet and the OLED were huge benefits there, right? But yeah, that'll be awesome, man. So you gonna buy one right away? When did they come out? You know, I didn't actually investigate when they were actually launching it. Did they release a date for that yet? Or was it just an announcement for the hardware? Okay, so basically this octagon is gonna have to fit inside that. So the octagon's not gonna be able to be wider than 203. That's my smallest direction that I can go. And there's gonna be some trial and error here, I can tell. And I'm thinking of ways I can make this easier on myself. Because one thing I wanted to do is, so it's gonna be like a bowl type shape, right? But like an octagon, so it'll be like flat sides. And one side, I want it to have like a flat piece that comes up. Because I have a webcam that I'm using that has like a little grippy, just like a clamp. And so I just want a flat piece to come up so I can clamp to it. And so the whole thing will have like the mount for the webcam and everything on it. So, but I'm just not quite sure. Like there's a lot of variables there and I'm not smart enough, nor do I have the attention span to calculate all that stuff together. So there's gonna be some trial and error in here for sure. But I'm thinking maybe I should make that arm something that I can attach after the fact so that I can print the arm separately and perhaps print multiple arms in case the size isn't right. So that way I don't have to print the entire bowl over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Same day as Metroid Dread. Oh, nice, dude. That'd be the game to play on it, that's for sure. I can't wait for Metroid Dread. That looks so cool. Also, Nintendo somehow kept the price of the new Switch under 400, which is awesome. Oh, that's cool, yeah. I didn't even look at the price either. That is awesome. Still staying the most affordable console out there, right? I mean, all the other ones are over 400, right? I haven't bought a console in at least 2 generations now, I guess. Okay, so as far as for the octagon top and bottom, it's gonna be, we'll make it just 200. We'll make it an easy breezy 200. 200 by 200. It's gonna be a square. Well, it'll be an octagon, but you know. Start with the square and go with an octagon. All right, so let's get started on actually modeling a little bit, right? So we'll pick our plane, got our plane here. We're gonna make a square around this plane. And I'm gonna make the square 200 by 200. Okay. There we go. So it's all gonna fit inside this box. Little square. Not a box yet. All right, so what I want to do, trying to think of what's the best way to do this. I think I'm gonna want to end up pulling some vectors. I don't even know if it lets me do that. So man, there's gonna be a little bit of learning in this stream, I think. It's 349, aka 350 USD. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's not bad. Honestly, that is not bad. I'd say that's a pretty damn good price for something with like a bigger screen, OLED and all that stuff. Man, I remember OLEDs. And there was a 19-inch OLED we sold at Best Buy when I worked there, probably about 7, 8 years ago. No, it was longer than that, actually. It's probably like 9 years ago when I worked there. And that thing, it was like 19 inches. It was paper thin. It was by Sony, and it was like $2,000 just for the screen. That's all it was a screen. It was just OLED because it was like the first OLED on the market. But I guess at that time, OLEDs didn't last very long. They were kind of fragile, so it was like the life expectancy of the screen was even like so short that it's like I didn't sell a single one. I don't think anybody there sold a single one. I think it was just a cool display piece. If Nintendo releases a Switch Pro after this, I'd be content with the OLED model because of how much I use handheld. Yeah, there you go. What would the Switch Pro have, Pokey? What do you think? Like what would they add? Because they already have they've added a lot of stuff here with this version of it, right? So I don't know. What do you think? Like it'd be mainly docked mode. Oh, that would be a Pro would be docked. Okay. So I guess when you're saying Pro, it's like performance is what we mean by Pro, I guess. So, because to me, a Pro version would have like better hardware, I guess, but I don't know, because that makes this weird like lowest common denominator situation where people are going to be like making games for the Switch, for all the Switches, not just the one that's high performance. So yeah, that's interesting. Add 4K and upgraded performance and stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see that. I wonder if they would add 4K or if they wouldn't just go to like 2K or something, just because of how slow Nintendo like actually pushes any of those things. But yeah, I don't know. I'd definitely watch the release video, whatever they make. It probably won't be for me. Whatever it is, like as long as I can still pay my Switch games, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to be buying any of the variants. Is that gonna be right if I do it like that? No, that's mathematically, I don't think that's gonna add up right. I think I need to cut it smaller. I'm kind of just eyeballing here. I probably should be using math, but we're just gonna eyeball it. Now, is this gonna come out to be, I'm just using the squares even. No, I don't think that turned out right. I don't think that's, not all the sides are the same length, I think, so I'm gonna have to do some math probably. Let's see, let's just undo all those. So if I wanted, trying to think, how would I do this easily? I'm not this is not something that I do professionally. I'm just a hobbyist here, so I like to fumble around just like as much as any other person does with a program like this. 91? I don't know. Let me do this. Let me try go ahead and making these lines here. And from what line do I go from there? I go from this one, go out to. There we go. From this one over to. All right, now let's measure. What do we got here? 70. But these are like 90. So now these are too long. Yeah. It's like, that's where I cut here first and I was too short, right? So maybe I just gotta meet in the middle somewhere. We do a little experimentation here, a little trial and error, if you will. Here and here, maybe. Yeah, what I want in a Switch is equal greatness in dock mode and handheld, such tabletop mode, right? Yeah, I mean, kind of want the best of all worlds then, right? Yeah, that would be great. I could see that being a difficult thing engineering wise to try to get all that to happen, especially keep it under $400, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know what you mean for sure. Honestly, for me, I would just like more reasons to use it in handheld mode in a way. I'm just home all the time, so there's no reason for me to really go handheld. Also, like, I guess I live alone, so like I just don't need to bring my games anywhere. I can sit at this nice like battle station that I've created over the last couple of years, and I don't really need a portable one. But it would be really cool to, like, I don't know, like they've just created a game that is just best played that way or something, you know? Like I like things that kind of bring me out of my typical gaming zone or whatever, if you know what I mean. That's one reason why I like the Switch too, because it was like, it's different, you know? It's not the same thing as an Xbox or a PlayStation or whatever. It's a little bit different. That's 77. We're getting closer. We're gonna have to make some sort of compromise here, I think. Let's measure how this ends up being. This will also get bigger. See, now that's exactly 90, while those are 77. So we got to get in like the 80 range. So maybe we'll just cut it right down the center. I think I still have a point there right in the center of my lines here. Yeah. Let's try it right there. That line is 84, kind of stacked. I'm trying to keep them in order here. And I feel like if somebody who actually did this for a living saw me doing this, they'd be like, oh my god, you're an idiot. Just do the math, dude. All you gotta do is blah, blah, blah. It's easy for you to say. 80, okay, so that might be the closest I can get. We're 80, 84, that's almost 85. That's very close. How about I just cut 5 in half, make it 82.5 will be how big I make all my lines. Oh man, how do I force it to do that though? Let's see, if I get closer, it should give me more squares to go off of. There we go. Let's just find out where our square is. So it's going to be, the line is going to be between this one and this one. And it'll probably be right in the center, just about. 80.85, that's not right. I want it to be 82. Hey, what's up, Tyler? How you doing, dude? How are you, my man? Having a good one? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. We're just doing a little 3D modeling, trying to come up with something for the dice rolling game that I have that I like to do for loot cards. And yeah, just doing a little trial and error right now. Doing well, just hanging out. Sounds good, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out here. I really appreciate that. You know, we love having you here. And the dock mode was already really good, and adding the Ethernet port perfected it for me, and handheld is perfected now with the OLED screen. Better sound quality, bigger screen, and better stand. Yeah, absolutely. The portable part of it definitely has been perfected. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. And the Ethernet port, yeah, again, that's something should have had from the beginning, so I'm glad that they finally got around to getting a model out there that has that. Right on. So what you up to today, Tyler? You doing anything cool, or just chilling? I'm all down for just chilling. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to figure out how to get this line, so I'm trying to make an octagon, and I want to make all the lines, you know, I want it to be an equilateral octagon, I guess. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to make sure that I actually have equal sides. I'm kind of trial and erroring it right now. I'm sure I look like a buffoon to anybody who knows how to do what I'm trying to do, but anyways, that's what we're here trying to do. So I don't like where I got that line though, because it's not quite where I want it. So we're gonna try bring a little bit farther up, maybe like right there. 82.185. I think this is as close as I'm gonna get with this here. Do some casual Minecraft. Nice. Some patches came out for the most recent version. Oh, cool. Anything really exciting in those patches, dude? We have 82. Okay. So then if I make this 82 line here as well. I don't know exactly where that's at. There we go. That helps. I think it's right here. Right. Yeah, there we go. 82.024. Really close. It's in, you know, smaller than a millimeter increments here. All right, but now let's measure from here to here, and we should also have close to 82 as well. 83.884. I guess that's fine. That's pretty close. 82 and 83, like in a half, I guess, difference. Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and live with that. I bet there's some easy math thing I could do, and I just don't know. I'm just too dumb, too smooth-brained. Let's see here. Can I click on that? Oh no, we're done with the dimensions thing. So let's not do that anymore. There we go. Yeah, let's get rid of all these extra lines. Don't need this 80 line. This 90 line. Okay, so that should get us an octagon. that is gonna fit pretty well inside this 200 by 200 box. That's where we're at. Well, they had fucked up diamond spawning and now it's fixed. Oh, that's good. Other than that, just some minor stuff. Okay, well, that's cool. Sounds good, dude. You doing any mod stuff or just doing vanilla Minecraft right now? Okay, now we need to make the lines at the bottom. Just make that over there. 82. Needs to be like the low 82s. 82.18, 118, that's probably fine. Let's just make it 82 point 5, I guess. Ultimately what I wanted. I'm just worried that the angle's not gonna be right, yeah. I need it to land on that line. There we go. Okay, cool. As long as it recognizes this as a shape that's being made, that's good. 82.5 right here. Vanilla at the moment, trying to get the motivation to do a serious single player world. Oh yeah, right on. You really take it seriously in vanilla mode. That's cool, dude. May or may not be getting a third Switch. Did you see that new one that's coming out? Yeah, Nintendo's coming out with a new model. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. We were just talking about it. Nightwolf posted the video in the Discord for earlier if you're interested in looking at it. Tyler. And right there. And then we'll do 82.5. And then we'll have to come in and make sure that ends up on this line. Going. Okay, it recognizes all of them as unique shapes. Cool. So I think we have pretty much our octagon. Took longer than it should have, but hey, I'm a noob at this stuff, so that's how it works, baby. Okay, no, we're trying to measure it to there. Why do you think that's a radius? That's weird. That just ain't right. Trying to measure from this guy, little dastardly duder, to right over here. This little guy. There we go. See, it's not a radius. 83.3. See, that's pretty close. We're like a millimeter off, but that's fine. It's really not going to bother me. But let me do a little measuring over here as well. These were ones that just kind of happened to come together. 83.55. Okay, that's pretty good. They're all really close. Not perfect, but close. Maybe if I would have made a bunch of triangles or something, that would have helped, probably. I mean, if you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, more power to you, but I could never justify it for myself. Yeah, I hear you, Tyler. Yeah, for me, it's not something I'm gonna buy, certainly. But yeah, it sounds like Pokey, it's gonna be a huge upgrade for him, since he likes to do that mobile gaming and stuff, you know? Hey, for me personally, mine's in dock mode 99% of the time. I think I played it one time out of dock mode, and it was mostly to try out the fact that I could play it that way. It wasn't really because I had to. So, I'm with you, Tyler. But I do think it's cool that they're making it. Especially for people, you know, like Pokey, who could really benefit from that, all those upgrades. Alright, let's get rid of some of these extra measurements. I don't need to have all these things existing. Let's just get the ones that matter the most. The 200 one, that's kind of like my base measurement, so I'll leave that. I'll leave these three since they actually come out kind of nice. I won't bother with those three. This 200 is fine as well. Bring it out a little bit for cleanliness. Now, do I need to do anything else here? I think. It's from here. I'm trying to think if it would be easier to pull the bowl out of this square, or would it be easier to cut into the bowl? And I don't know, you might not know what I mean by when I say that, but it's sort of like just different ways you can handle 3D models. I can just pull out this octagon, and then I can draw smaller octagons on top of it and then push those into it and cut it out. Or I can just pull out the parts that I need until I build up what I'm trying to build. So there's a couple different options here. I guess let's start with just trying to cut into it and pull out of it. So we'll go ahead and finish the sketch. Save then, I guess. Oh, okay, we'll call this the dice bowl. I got a project for streaming stuff, don't I? I don't. It's unhooked. Upgrades. Candle making. I guess candle making was. I mean, that's not really stream related. I'll just do miscellaneous. We'll just throw it in there. The old dice bowl. Alright, so we've got this highlighted. Now we want to extrude, or we can do a press pull. Press pull's pretty much the same thing. There's the slight differences, but there's not that big a difference. What was the button? Shift. Okay, so now we can just pull up out of this. So we're pulling our volume. And how tall do we want to make it? Ooh, that's a question. I don't know. Let me... my caliper's out and we'll kind of get a feel for how big. Okay, so if it was by 200 as well, which I think is going to be excessive, then it would be, gosh, it would be that tall. I do not need it to be that tall. So maybe 100? So there's 100. You know, you drop the die, and I'm gonna need to actually, you know, like create like a floor in it, so I'm gonna want it to be probably a little bit bigger than that, so maybe 125. Give an extra 25 millimeters. I'm trying to think. Okay, so here's the D20. Here's the vertical space. Wow, look at my hand. It's so pale. I cannot get the exposure in this camera. Well, I think it's because the screen is so bright. But so if I'm gonna be able to drop the die in there, it needs, you know, to have some like fall room, and then hit the floor wherever that's gonna be, maybe about right there. Boo boo. Roll around. So I think that's a pretty good drop distance, especially since it'll like roll up the side of it or something, like, and then it'll go back down. So I think 125 is gonna be the winner here. Man, this is gonna be a while to print, I bet. I mean, it's gonna have a huge cavity in the middle, so maybe not that long to print, you know, because it's like hollow. But let's see, so 125 is what we're gonna go with. Cool, so here we go, got our octagon. Oh, let's not spin it too much. Okay, so now we're gonna, on the top, we're going to create a new sketch. Create sketch right there. Okay, and so inside of this shape, we're going to draw. Maybe I should just draw the very bottom first and pull that down. No, I'm gonna want at least 2 stages probably. Okay, I think I have an idea. So what we're gonna do is draw the first cutout, cut it out, and then probably draw the second cutout. And you cut it out. Maybe we'll just draw both of them here, and then I can use that one drawing to cut the both out. I think that's probably gonna be the way to do it. But yeah, once again, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out and chatting me up. I appreciate it. I like the Switch talk. And whatever else you guys might want to chat about, feel free, man. I'm an open book. Let's talk about some stuff, you know? All right, let's see. So let's get started on this. Can I make like other shapes in here, you think? Polygon. Circumscribe polygon creates a polygon using the center point of the midpoint of one edge. Okay, this might be exactly what I needed from the get-go. Oh my gosh, guys, I could have done that from the very beginning. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Alright, cool. Well, I learned a new trick. That's why you gotta push buttons, guys. Just to learn stuff. Didn't have much going on, so I was glad to see you in live. Right on, dude, yeah. Well, I'm glad I went live too. Hell yeah, dude. Love hanging out with you guys. All right, so I'll make it about as big as I want, then I'll just have to tell it I want 8 sides, and hopefully it'll just match up. So this is gonna be the outermost cut, so I'll get it, I don't know, go with like 90, but I need 8 sides. There we go, see, now it fits in there perfectly. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
And we can rotate it. Oh man, that is so cool. What a nice tool. Here we go, and now we have, boom, perfect. I'm gone. Hey, what's up, Nightwolf? I'm lurking, just getting a break to say hi. Well, what's up, dude? Busy work day. All right, on. Well, I'm glad that you can be here and hang out with us. Appreciate you taking the moment to say hi, dude. So hopefully you're having a, even if it's a busy day, hopefully it's a good day. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, dude. It's been a minute since I've done any 3D modeling, and it's honestly, it's pretty fun. It's like a puzzle, but I kind of create my own objectives with the puzzle, so I think that's pretty cool. I like that about it. So hopefully you guys find this interesting as well. Okay, so then the next cutout, how many facets should I have? I think maybe this one. Okay, so we'll have like the straight walls probably, then 1 facet in, and then 1 facet in, and then, so that would be straight walls. 1. I'll need 1 more inside this one, I think. So we'll make this one, I'll just make it an even 70, since 70 is already looking pretty good. Then I can repeat, and we'll do another one. How does that look? There we go. Like, that looked very wrong. Let's see, this one will be 50. Yeah, and then I'll need 1 more, and then the logo will go inside that last. Oop. Shit, I had the wrong amount of sides on that one. P 50, 8 sides. Okay, go with that. Then we'll do 1 more. Is this the triple D? Yeah, this would be, yeah, Domm's Dice Dungeon, right? Is that what the triple D stood for, right? I remember right. This is exactly that. 35, let me see, 35, this is like the very bottom plate where the die will rest. So I want to make sure it's about the size of the die, which is at its widest. $40. So I need this to be at least 40. Okay, there we go. So we'll try that. We're nice and square. And move some of this stuff around. So there we go. I really just kind of wanted to rotate it, but I guess that's fine. Should we just pull these out here then? 40, 90. It all kind of looks weird. Oh well. The drawings aren't important. We won't have to look at those for very long. Okay, so now I think we should be able to finish the sketch, because this is just, we're cutting into the bowl in order to make the different facets. In fact, no, yeah, I think this should be okay. So what we're gonna do is we're first gonna cut into the first ring down. And so what we're gonna do is do a press pull. So pull this down. Now, how tall are each of these things? If the whole thing's 125 and maybe 10 of it's supposed to be the floor, I have like 115 divided up by how many facets do I want? Like 3, I guess. So, yeah, let me do a little calculator math. Um, 115 divided by 3. It's about 38. Oh, negative 38, damn no. Cut into it. Okay, cool. So that'll be, each of them will be like 38 millimeters from top to bottom, each of the facets. I hope to get it to work out that way. Is that gonna work? I don't know. We'll try. If we have to, we'll back it up. Because I'm wondering. I've never done something like this where I need to make the angles later, so I'm just wondering how I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry. 1 second. I got a message on my phone from work. I just got to make sure it's not something I need to answer. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Glad I'm not at work today. Okay, then we're gonna show sketch number 2 again, so we can do another press pull of the inner. Press pull that, so it's gonna go 38 is what I had just said, right? Oh my gosh, I already forgot. Too many things going on in my brain at once. Yeah, 38. So it's gonna go 76? No. Is that right? God damn it. Why even try to do mental math, dude? I said it was 76 though, I got it right. Negative 76. Cut that in. And then maybe, I'm wondering if maybe I can use fillets, maybe I'll have to use something else to get the angles that I want, but I think that I should end up being able to do what I want here. We'll grab these. And then we'll do a press pull, and then we'll skip the mental math, go straight to the good stuff. Negative 114. Then just the last one, press pull that. I'm so excited to turn my phone off so work leaves me alone. Yeah, really. Yeah, for me, this one was just it was just a meeting that we have, and I'm in the chat room, so the chat had someone had said something in the chat for the meeting, and so I got a notification. So luckily, it had nothing to do with me. Negative 152. Oh shit! Why is that going through the bottom? What did I screw up? That's not right. That just ain't right. Yeah, the whole thing is 125. Why did I think that would be appropriate? 115 should be the bottom. Okay, so I cut one of them too deep. I think the cut I did before was too deep. So the cool thing about Autodesk is, you see at the bottom left here, I have these little steps here. This is my history, so these are the things I've done. So I can just go back like, oh, I made this one too deep. Well, then let's edit this feature. And it shouldn't be 114, it should be less than that. I don't know exactly what it would be, but I guess it would make sense that as you got closer to the center, they would become more shallow. They don't need to all be 38 millimeters. So that'll be negative 95. Okay, so there we go. That creates more of like a stair step, which is where we want to be at this stage. So now we have the cutouts. We just need to like flatten out these lines here. Let's get rid of that sketch. So these lines need to become like facets, right? So this whole like octagon needs to like fillet, I guess would be the word. That's why I'm not quite sure exactly how we're gonna do this, but we're gonna try to figure it out, dude. All right, so let's grab all these edges. Let's just try a fillet. That would be the easiest way to do it. I don't think it's gonna work, but it could. If it does, then bing, bing, boom. So let's see. Fillet. So constant. We want chord length probably. So I want it to be like a flat, like maybe not even a fillet. Would it be like a bevel, a chamfer? That's what I need to cancel. I need to make a chamfer. That's the word. Yes, we have Teams all hands meetings, and my phone explodes from the chat. Oh geez. Yeah, I bet an all hands meeting would be like a lot of people, dude. Been lucky to not have to deal with that too much. Okay, then we're gonna push it in. Yeah, see, it works out pretty well. I wish I could adjust the pitch of it. I don't think I can. Equals distance. Oh, 2 distance. Distance and angle. 2 distance. There you go. And then that. Oh gosh, hell yeah. Okay. Doesn't let me go any farther than that. At least I need to do it by not dragging. So if it's 38, can I do that? There we go. Okay, cool. 38, that's all it was, and it makes a perfect bowl shape. Honestly, I think I could cut it a little bit shorter at this point, because that top one looks like a little bit extra, you know? Like, this is some extra space. And it's like 38 millimeters, that's like the size of this thing almost. Yeah, I think I'll probably lob some off the top. I think I made it a little bit taller than I needed to. Should be all right though. Go ahead and continue with the old champies. Okay, chamfer, 2 distance. So we're gonna go this way. Okay, now I need to fine tune them. It's not 15, but maybe it was 18. 19. There we go, 19 was right. This guy is, was it also 19 maybe? 20. I'm at 20. Oh, whoa, look at that. That's not right. Look at that. What are you doing, dude? Huh. Weird. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's weird. So maybe not 20, maybe 19 should have been it, right? Looks like I guess they're not, yeah, they're not the same rotation. The original octagon. So I need to fix that. So let me just cancel out of this chamfer and we'll go back to the original drawing and we'll edit that. Try to get these guys lined up, you know what I'm saying? Like this line needs to match up with that line. I think that's what's happening. There's probably like a slight variation in their rotation, or I could be completely wrong. And we'll see. We'll figure it out. Currently getting accosted by zombies underground. Oh no, there's got to be a spawner. Yeah, good luck, buddy. That sounds rough. At least they're just zombies, I guess. Those fucking skeleton dudes, dude, man, they're the ones that get me every time. They have like fucking laser aim. They don't miss. See, these all need to be concentric. Can I do that? Is that cool? No, it's not cool with that. Select sketch objects, change constraint type. Let's get rid of the body real quick so I can just see the sketch. I guess I can't select. Okay, concentric's not gonna work. I mean, that makes sense though. I want them to all be in the center. Can I just create a point? Go, and then does that let me use concentric? No. Constraints. What other kind of constraints do we have? Parallel, perpendicular, equal, midpoint? You know, I think I'm gonna start from the beginning. Because I think because I didn't make that first octagon using the octagon tool, that could be what's screwing me up. It could just be compounding that problem because there's very slight variations in the measurements there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's go back. Just gonna move my history thing. Can I do that? Oh, I gotta get out of the sketch, I think. Then we'll pull it back to the beginning. Or I do have this part, but we'll edit the sketch. And I'm just gonna get rid of these lines and we're gonna instead use the tool like we should have from the beginning. So let's see, polygon. We want circumscribe polygon. Oh, you know, actually what we need to do first is create some construction lines, I think. Right down the center of it. Let's make a construction box. That'll help me out. 100 by 100, there we go. We'll do it again. Now we have a centering line. It's a construction line. So that should help. So now we'll go with a polygon, circumscribe polygon. And we want it to be, I want it to fit inside of this box. So the points need to come out to 100, I guess, right? I don't know. It could stick outside a little bit on the corners. I don't think that's that big of a deal. Oh, you know what I just thought of? My 3D printer. Oh, I hope I can print all this in one piece. I just thought about that. You know what? Let me go measure my print volume really quick. I need to make sure that I can print this on the bed, or if not, I need to consider if I need to print it 2 pieces, how I'm gonna do that. So give me just one moment. Okay, I'm gonna slightly alter it just a little bit because my print volume is probably like barely big enough to print what I've got going on right now. So I'm going to make sure that it can definitely print it. There you go. I missed some chats here. There was like 8 to 10 of them all at once. Oh gosh, dude, that's the thing about zombies, dude. It's all about swarming you with too many zombies. After looking at the Switch OLED specs, it's the exact same as the original Switch, except with an OLED screen, slightly longer, and the stand and sound quality than the Ethernet port in the dock. Well, in the, I guess in the memory, right? If you're just talking about all the differences, right? Because you said it doesn't have more built-in memory. So it is just like slightly bigger with a couple of things. Yeah, and the SSD, gotcha. So it's pretty comparable to the original Switch, then it sounds like. Just with some, I don't know, would you call them quality of life improvements or something? Okay, so we're gonna make this a little bit smaller. Oh, I forgot, I'm looking at a 6-sided thing too, not an 8-sided. That's having an effect on it. Yeah, see, then it would fit perfectly because it's side, yeah. But we don't want it to be 200 anymore. I'm gonna make it like 150. So that would be like bringing this down to, I don't know, like 75. Let's just do 75. As in, yeah, 175 plus 75 is 150, right? So yeah, that should be 150. Oh shit, I made it a construction line. Damn it. Forgot to turn off the construction line part. 8, and we're gonna make it 75. Try to make it nice and centered like that. Okay. There we go. So that's what our actual shape will be. And I don't even need this 200 lines out here anymore. Honestly. Don't need... I'll keep the construction lines, I guess, because those are useful. I don't need the box anymore. I just need this, so... Just cleans it up a little bit. Not really doing a whole lot of difference here, but just cleans it up a little bit. I do want another construction line here just for my anal retentiveness, I suppose. Okay, so this is my first sketch. We're gonna pull it out of this. I had said 125 before, right? We'll work with that still. All right, so here we go. We got our 125 height bowl. I guess it's probably not going to be near as much that anymore. You know what? Hold up. We're not going to make it 125. We're going to just make it 100. There we go. That looks a little bit more like a bowl shape, you know, because they're not as tall, or yeah, they're a little bit wider than they are tall, I guess, typically, right? I barely even use my existing Twitch show. Yeah, that's how I am, Tyler. I barely use it. I need to get more use out of it because there are like a lot of good games on there. I just never seem to like look at it. You know what I mean? Because like for me, I have all of my gaming stored on my PC, so why would I think to go to like a console to see what it has? That's kind of like where I'm at. Not to say that, you know, the games aren't worth playing on there, because they are. It's just like it's just not what I think about doing, you know. So that's why I feel like I don't get that much use out of it. Although I was watching someone playing some Mario Golf earlier, and that shit looks great. The new one looks like there's a lot of cool features in it, so I'm definitely getting more and more sold on that. I think that'd be cool to have a community day if you guys ever want to do some Mario Golf. That could be fun. I use mine a ton, and my wife and kids all have Switch Lights. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know there's definitely a lot of people out there who it's like the perfect thing for, right? I think that's why it sells so well. I'm upgrading for 2 reasons. 1, the upgrades seem worth the price, and 2, my current Switch is a Switch from before the upgrade from 2019, and it has no sound in handheld, so I get the increased battery life and sound in handheld mode. Okay. So you turned off sound in handheld mode in order to increase your battery life on the original one? Is that what you're saying, Pokey? That's pretty interesting. Certainly nothing I've ever had to run into before, so that's interesting. I didn't know that was a problem. I guess battery life is always a problem, right? One day when we can finally get it to where everything charges itself all the time or something, then we'll be good. Alright, let's do some more circumscribed polygons. Make this 8-sided, of course. Bring it right up to the edge here. The first one. And then I'll go ahead and do one there. There. And there, maybe. Okay, it looks pretty good. I hope that it works out. Just not sure. There might be a better way to do what I'm trying to do. In fact, I maybe have just thought of it. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Because I can't even do that at this stage yet anyway, so I'll wait. Let's see if that turns out to be something I actually do before I say anything about it. No, original Switch just doesn't have sound at all on handheld mode. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Mine does. You super high, just checked my tracking, and Mario Golf should arrive today instead of tomorrow for me. Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. That's super high, dude. Hell yeah. I don't think we'll ever get to a point where charging isn't an issue because of planned obsolescence. Yeah, we'd have to get over planned obsolescence. You know, I heard an interesting thing about planned obsolescence and how, like, and actually the first time we ever did it was actually to save people's jobs because people, like, literally had nothing to do because things were lasting too long. And so then they started to make things out of cheaper goods just to keep people working, because at that point, like, we had to have people doing something. And so, but it's just now turned into, it sounds like, you know, from what we've seen, that it's kind of like a shitty thing that companies do to keep people buying now, you know. A way to eliminate risk of, like, people not buying more phones or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, you're right, that's definitely an obstacle we had to get over, is the planned obsolescence. Like, get rid of this whole concept and solve its problems that come with that in a different way, because there are problems when people don't have things to do. Hey Dom, have you on silent? I'm still at work. Nice 3D modeling stream I see. Thank you very much, Stella. I know you can't hear me because you said I'm silent, but thank you very much. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see. So we're gonna cut this guy in here a little bit. But, you know, I think we could probably, you know, thinking about it a little bit more, I bet we could probably get over the charging thing. Because I don't think charge is definitely the planned obsolescence thing. I think you could probably still apply planned obsolescence without charging being a part of it. Because we've had wireless charging for a very long time. In fact, I think it was like since the 80s or something, we have had the technology to charge things wirelessly. Except I guess back in the day, they didn't see any reason that we would need it. When whoever had figured it out. So I think we probably will get there eventually. Maybe sooner than we think. But I definitely see why the planned obsolescence thing is something to consider there. We need better batteries that aren't explosive too. Yeah, I think that's probably a pretty big part, Nightwolf. That's probably one of the things that keeps us from using a lot of the technologies that could exist, is that they're so dangerous, right? On like a consumer level. Cough, cop, Samsung, I say as I have 2 Samsung phones. Yeah, I got a Samsung phone as well, I hear you. Nikola Tesla had worked on wireless charging back in the day too, actually. Yeah, I think maybe it was Tesla that I had been reading about too, but I read this really old paper that was so fascinating to have this like super old paper that was talking about how you could charge something wirelessly. And then like the rest of like what I was reading was talking about how that paper was largely ignored at the time because nobody saw a commercial use for wireless charging. I just think it's interesting, you know, the things that we care about at one point and the things that we end up caring about later. So many different reasons for caring about things. So let me go like what, -20? Oh, what? How did that happen? Wait, what is it doing? It's like building something in the middle now? No, I want to pets. There we go. -20. Wait, what did I do? Did I extrude? Oh, I extruded on accident. That's fine. See, that's the subtle difference between press, pull, and extrude. Cut. Oh no, it's still doing extrude. But didn't I press pull this time? I swore I press pull this time. Press pull. We want to go down. There we go. So if I go -20, oh, it's just that's not far enough down. So -40. No, not double negative. Single negative. Is that deep enough? Ah, might be. We can always adjust it, right? This one will be like -60. Shit, I don't know. And then this one will be -80. Okay, so we're back to where we were earlier. Hopefully those methods will work a little bit better. Okay, so we'll start with the chamfer up here. I'm really hoping, since everything is coast-centric by the nature of it, it just works. Wouldn't that be nice if things just worked the way you wanted them to and you didn't have to actually do any calculating? Click. It's clicks. That looks good. The first one always looks good. Should I add in, like, yeah, then we'll add in another chamfer, which is going to be here. Then maybe if I calculate all the chamfers at once, that'll probably also be a good way of doing things. So this one needs to snap in there. Snap in there. There we go, guys. It's starting to look good. It's happening. So we grab another set. All right, and then we snap that in. And it's already going to the bottom. Sweet. Look at that. Domm's Dice Dungeon. So I can toss the dice in there. It's not going to pop out. It'll fall just to the bottom, right in the middle. No big deal. Oh shit, how am I not hearing you guys' chats? I'm sorry. I've had the same Samsung for 3 years and my battery still lasts for 2 days per charge, barring excessive use. So yeah, right, that's how I am too. My phone, I guess I've had it pretty new. I've had it for at least a year, but yeah, I charge it like every couple of days, it feels like. I don't use it that much though. If I do like some heavy gaming on it or something, then it might last just a day and a half or something, but honestly, the battery life is great. Have you seen the mother of all demos? I don't think so. Where would I see that? What is that, Nightwolf? I meant because there was a Samsung phone that would literally self-destruct randomly. I think it was an 07, but yeah. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, because we were talking about exploding or like less fireproof or yeah, that aren't explosive. Yeah, the batteries aren't explosive, right? I see what you're saying, Pokey. Yeah, I'm glad I skipped that model, dude. Yeah, when that was happening, I had my what did I have? A Pixel. I think I had my Pixel, and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't get this round of Samsungs, because I was like on Samsung before that. Because the Samsung phones they're good. It's good hardware, man. I like them. Okay, so it looks like we got the majority of what we're looking for done here, so that's awesome. Look at that, guys. What do you guys think? Does that look pretty cool? The only other thing that I really need to add to it is I want to add something I can slap onto the side that will hold the camera. So I'm gonna have to make that as well. The thing is, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna make it. I think I'll probably want some like alignment pegs or something, you know what I mean? So maybe I'll cut some holes into the side here, and then when I make the other part, I'll make it so that it has whole like little pins that will just align, and it'll just like, so then I can like, because I'm gonna glue it to it. I don't think I'll do anything where it's temporary, because I'm just not that good at engineering things that pop together and pop back out. It's a lot of tolerances and stuff there. So I'll probably just make it so where it's just alignment pins, so then I can just like put some glue on it, glue it to it. I just don't want to have to print the entire bowl multiple times because the arm that I made fucked up, or it wasn't tall enough, or whatever. I want something that I can like hold it in place, see that the camera's good, and then glue it. So that's what I'm thinking of, though. Looking good. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that. Love the feedback. All right, so the next thing I need to do, a very important thing I need to do, is put the DD logo in there. So let's do that. Now I have to remember how to do that stuff. So we got to insert SVG, my computer. I had that DD logo, SVG, right here. Rotate it. No, I can make it different sizes. Centered. It's pretty good. And then I want to rotate it. Is that how I do that? I don't know what that just did. Oh, dang it! I gotta start all over. I just wanted to undo the last thing I clicked, and then it just undid the entire operation. It's like, ah, damn it. Come on, dude. So this has been a thing for a while, but now that there's an actual use for it, did you know that there's a way to make zombie spawners in Minecraft 6x more efficient? No, I didn't know that. Honestly, I haven't dealt with spawners enough. I haven't gotten that far in the game. I feel like the last couple times me and Vince played, I tried to start messing with spawners, and I just never got to the point where I could actually do anything with them, because we're just noobs, I guess, you know what I mean? I think that's just what it is. Ain't nothing more to it than that. No, this is the thing I need to do to rotate it. Okay. Then we can slide it into position. Over. Up a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit up and to the left. Now it feels like it's down and to the right, so I gotta get closer. I want it to be right in the middle there, dude. Instead of moving at 1, can I move it to 0.5? I don't know, it's probably good. Is that just me, or is it not centered? I am looking at it directly from the top. Let me use my fucking calipers, dude. On my monitor, this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's definitely off by like a square. So it's off by 0.5 millimeter, and I just need it to go over 0.5 millimeter, dude. It doesn't let me edit it down to that fine of a... Oh, there we go. If I'm this close, it lets me, but I can't get that close. There we go. 0.5. Try that. Yeah, see, it was very subtle, but I think it's now centered. That looks centered to me. So the way it works is in hard mode, when zombies are attacked, they'll summon reinforcements that don't contribute to the mob cap. So if you have a setup where zombies are constantly being hit by snow golems, you can summon infinite zombies at a significant rate. Oh wow, dude, that's interesting. So that's cool that so it's like trying to do a horde thing where it's like, okay, we don't care about the mob cap because we're trying to do a zombie thing where we horde or something, right? So that's cool. I love learning about that kind of stuff, you know? Such a fun thing to learn about. It's like, from a programming standpoint, I think it's really cool. It was a presentation in 1968 that demonstrated tech way before its time. Video calling, audio, remote control, crazy stuff. Sorry, angry business call. Oh, an angry business call. So you're talking about the wireless, like, charging and stuff? That's pretty cool. 1968. Yeah, you know, 68 does sound... I mean, I remember being like a surprisingly long time ago that they had all this stuff, and then, yeah, it turns out like decades later they finally, like, there's entire, like, businesses based off of some of that technology now, you know? And the application is that you can convert zombies to drowns, okay, which now drop copper, and copper has some nice uses in building. Lightning rods, spyglasses, nice. Yeah, drowns are like the drowned ones, right? Like the water zombies. Basically just like a person who drowned and became a zombie, I guess. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this sketch because we got our logo where we want it. Then we're gonna select our logo, press pull, and we're gonna go like -0.5. Just gonna cut it very shallowly to it, maybe a little bit deeper than that. Let's try 0.8, almost a millimeter. I mean, how big is a millimeter? Let's take a look at that. Sometimes when you're working in like theoreticals, you know, like measurements, it's really hard to see. Like, you'll see something tiny and it looks huge because you're like looking at it like super fucking close up. You know what I mean? So I've definitely screwed myself there before, and I think I would have here if I wouldn't have checked that out. I need to make this like 2 millimeters deep to make that something that's actually going to like hold any sort of paint or anything, because I'm going to use the idea that Stella gave me and use some nail polish as the paint for them. So I'm just gonna try to fill in the D logo with some nail polish, maybe some gold nail polish or something, and use it as, like, you know, because the enamel will set up a lot better, I think. And so I think it was a good idea on her part. Yeah, the ones that can drop tridents. Yeah, and they drop tridents, right? And tridents are great. I've seen some interesting trident XP farms because they have the, like, whoever threw it last owns it. So if you can do damage with it while it's just sitting there after you've thrown it, I guess you can just keep like harvesting XP. And so that's been pretty interesting. The tridents are pretty cool. Although only naturally spawning drowns can drop those in Java Edition. Oh, okay, interesting. So, but are you playing Java Edition or are you playing Bedrock? What do you got going on, man? Oh, look at that. After I get rid of all the lines, dude, that looks nice, dude. I like the new logo. I hope you guys like it, because I really like it. Never had a logo for old Domm Dynamite before, but that one I came up with. I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty dope. It's so cool seeing it in 3D, seeing it like cut out like that. I don't know why, but seeing something that I made in 2D end up in 3D is pretty cool. You know, like a drawing or whatever. All right, so we've got the main game here. Now I need to make some alignment holes here. So go ahead and create sketch. There we go. And the alignment pins, I'll just make them like 4, you know, like just 4 circles, I guess. We'll make the pins, let's see, how thick should they be? 5 millimeters maybe? 5 millimeters would be fine. And we'll do it like there as well, 5. Then I'll just copy both of these. Grab the outside of them. You can copy, create a copy, one down, 20 millimeters. Try to keep an eye on what I'm doing here. Yep, 20's fine. Sketch. Okay, and then we'll press that. How deep should they be? Is 5 enough deep? I don't think 5 is going to be deep enough. I want something that's really going to grip it. So as long as I'm not cutting into that, let's go like 10. 10 would be that much. I mean, it's pretty small when I look at it in real life, what 10 millimeters is. But if there's 4 of them, and they're gonna be coated with, like, adhesive, it's probably fine. I don't know, is 15 too much? No, negative 15, dum-dum. There we go. No, that's fine. I think 15 is probably gonna be about where I'd want. I think I'll feel real safe with 15 millimeters of adhesive holding that camera on. I just want to make sure it's good and sturdy, you know what I mean? Because there'll be like adhesive right here too, and all up around here, but also inside the pegs I'm going to try to put adhesive. So I'll try to leave like a millimeter maybe of space for the adhesive to exist around the pegs. So I'll make the pegs, instead of 5 millimeters, they'll be 4. In fact, maybe it'll be 4.5. Can't remember, is that the radius or the diameter? I don't know, I'll come back to that. I think it's the diameter. No, maybe it's the radius, I don't know. Gotta check that out first, that's for sure. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it, coming in the middle of the day stream. And I really enjoy you guys being here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just say we're gonna cut those, that's fine. And we got them cut out. Very cool. And this is done, I guess. Unless there's anything anyone could think that I should add. But I think it's good. Just trying to think if there's anything I'd want to add. Like maybe should I cut something out to make it easier to print? I don't think so. I think cutting any holes in the bottom to like empty out the cavities will just make it feel really flimsy and light. You know what I mean? Just make it easier to push over. So if anything, I'm probably gonna want to like glue some weights to the bottom of it, if anything. You know what I mean? It'll probably be fine the way it is, but maybe I could make some cutouts on the bottom to put some weights in. I don't know. Let's see if we can find some weights on Amazon or whatever. Let's pop up Amazon. I don't know, like, I'm just gonna put in weights. But I don't want like workout weights. I want like small, maybe small weights. I don't know. We'll see. Not workout weights. That's not what I'm looking for. I want like a tiny little, I guess like a lead disc maybe is what I should look for. You think? Lead disc. Like, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to be lead. It just needs to be heavy, right? What is that? Oh, piezo disc. Oh, interesting. Resistors and stuff. So a metal disc for magnet, metal disc plates. No, it's all like fancy stuff. I want something that's just heavy, dude. 1-inch steel disc, blank metal strike plates. I feel like those aren't going to be very heavy though. I don't know. Steel's not that heavy when it's that small, right? That's why I was thinking lead at first. Whoa, look at that. It's like a pan? That's weird. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. It's not super heavy. I mean, it can be heavy if you deal with it in great quantities. It is very heavy, but yeah, it's not going to be heavy like on a small disc. It would be more like lead that I think would be better for this. But it just keeps giving me these piezo things. lead, disc plate, weights. I mean, these are pretty much what I'm looking for, these fishing weights, and they even have like little lights stamped on them. Those, I've never seen fishing weights that look like that, by the way. I've fished for many, many hours in my life. I've never seen one that looked like that. But that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I would just need like a pretty good cavity to put them in. I don't know. I was hoping for something that I could like just stick in there, like a little round thing, kind of like something like that, but small enough. I guess I probably don't need to weight it, you know? I probably don't. What if I put weight for model? Just need a cash weight, just a cash weight. Oh, tungsten weights, tungsten, there you go. Tungsten could be it. Let's try that. Tungsten weight. Bullet weights for fishing. Man, I would think tungsten weights for fishing would be expensive for something you're probably gonna lose, dude. But more power to you, I guess. Nail weights, those things look badass. Why am I using that for fishing? I don't know what I'd use it for, but it looks cool. There we go, this is more what I'm thinking of. Yes, exactly, for like a Pinewood Derby car or something. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh my gosh, we always use lead from fishing weights for my Pinewood Derby cars, but yes, that's exactly what I meant. Something like that, so I can just throw a little adhesive on, slot it in the bottom, bing bang boom, we're done. 9 pieces of tungsten weights in 4 different sizes, total weight 20 ounce. So how big are they? Here we go. Let's look at the sizes here real quick. It's probably really small on the stream screen. I don't know if you guys care about these details. Maybe you're just hanging out. There we go. Maybe that'll be a little more real. All right, let's see. So 4 different sizes. 7/16 inch tall. Okay, 7/16. What's the tallest one? Is 7. Wait, that's the smallest one, right? So that is the tallest one. Is 7/16. So that's got to be. I mean, I don't know how many millimeters that is. Look that up. What was the entire size? Oh, it's just 7/16. So 7/16 in millimeters. $11 millimeters. Okay. Yeah, I could probably make an 11 millimeter ring around the entire bottom, like cutout ring, and then that will leave enough room, I hope, for all of the discs that I might want to glue into the bottom. And so that way we're making it so that I can weight it if I feel like it needs to be weighted, but if it doesn't need to be, if I don't feel like that, I can just leave it. And it's not going to look bad or anything. Gotta get a few things done around the house. Talk to you later. Had fun hanging out. Yeah, me too, man. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it, dude. I'll be back later for a Storytime Tuesday if you're interested and you're available. We're starting a new game called Paradise Lost. It seems pretty cool, kind of mysterious, so if you're available later, man. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, dude. Have fun doing the things you gotta get done. Hopefully they're not boring and lame. It should be there? Hell yeah, dude. I look forward to it, man. All right, let's make this cutout. So how wide does the cutout need to be? Let's see. That's how tall they are, but how wide are they? Oh, right there. Tungsten weight cylinders are 3/8 inch in diameter. So how many millimeters is that? .525. So if I did 10, is that going to be too close of a tolerance, you think? 9.5. It'll be a little tight, so let's go with like 11. Maybe like an extra millimeter clearance, because I don't know how close their tolerances are for their sizes of their cylinders either, you know what I mean? So they might be saying it's going to be that big, but might be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. All right, so I can buy these. I'll buy them later. Because I'm sure they'll be good to have some project. Maybe not this one, but some project. Okay, cool. So before we get started on that cutout, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. But here I will hop over to the BRB. Oh my gosh, we got so many people hanging out with us. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Please feel free to say hi in the chat. I love chatting and getting to know people if any of you guys are new. But I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back, and we're gonna make that cutout for those weights in the bottom. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, one sec. Had to give myself a refill on my old Pepsi as well. All right. Here we go. All right, let's make this cutout, shall we? So what we're gonna do, pop on over to the bottom. Going to create sketch, and first of all, we'll create a circle. It's going to be like the outer bounds of it. I'm gonna have like a pretty good wall. You know what I mean, for like the outside. Okay, and so then the distance between these two needs to be what our width of our weights will be. So if it's 140 and I was gonna do 11 millimeters, then the next one needs to be what, 129 in diameter. That should leave 11 millimeters between these two. Am I being dumb there? I'm right? It's 30 to 40 is 10, and then the extra one. Yeah, that should be 11. I don't know why I suck with those sometimes. I guess it just looks so like small, but that's like showing you how big the entire thing is, right? I mean, let me look at 11 millimeters again real quick. Sometimes it's just easier to look at it in front of myself in real life, you know? Those are pretty small weights. They fit inside that. So yeah, you know, that's kind of interesting. If this is 11 millimeters on my calipers and I zoom in enough to make that the same width, then that's the actual size of it, right? Isn't that right? Can't I do that? So I can actually get an actual size reference by just calibrating it to real life size? Because that between those lines right now for me, when I measure my monitor, is 11 millimeters, and this should calculate out to 11. So that's actual size, dude. That's pretty big. That's bigger than my build volume. It can't be right. I gotta be wrong on that. Yeah, that's not right. Unless that really is just measuring the radius. It is just measuring the radius. That is about 129. Yeah, huh. I mean, it should fit on my build volume then. I don't know. I was just in my 3D printing room not too long ago, and I felt like the plate was smaller than that, but maybe it is bigger than that. Am I going crazy? Because this whole thing, here to here, is only 150. And I thought my build volume was like 200. All right, I had to double check, dude. I gotta double check. I gotta. I'll be right back. It's just me being crazy because I just measured what I could comfortably, very easily, and successfully print within my print volume, and it was about 180 millimeters. But just like looking at it on the screen there, it even though the measurements check out, it looks big. But this is, I guess, why you have to listen to the numbers, because every time I've listened to the numbers, I've gotten the correct thing. Anytime I just listen to my eyeballs, I screw it up. I think mostly it's because of the way perspective works and stuff in these 3D modeling programs. Come on, my headphones are being. There we go. And so, like, it can just look weird to your eyeball because you're looking at it in like an isometric view or something rather than like a perspective view, or I don't know. It's weird. Either way, I think we're good. I think we can finish this sketch. And we can press pull. How deep was it supposed to be? I don't remember how deep those were. Let me see. They were, the tallest one was still pretty small, right? Let me see. Because like I just want to make it as tall as the tallest one there. Yeah, 7/16 is the tallest that is showing there. And what was 7/16? 11 millimeters. Okay, so I need to make it like 12 deep then. No. Negative 12, I guess. I thought since I was on the bottom of it, then positive 12 was what I'd want to do, but I guess not. Not from the sketch's perspective. Okay. So we're gonna cut in 12, so they should sit inside that. The tallest one should be able to sit inside that with just a millimeter of clearance. And what I guess I imagine I'll do is, because I think I probably will add the weights in there, even if it doesn't really need it, just because I want this thing to be able to, like, I want to be able to toss the dice into this thing and it's not gonna move, you know what I mean? I want to be able to like beat it up a little bit. So I think having the weights in the bottom is definitely gonna do that, and that'll help, you know, stabilize the camera as well. Camera arm. So what I want though is maybe I'll get like some fabric and cut it into the shape of the bottom of it, you know, and so then I can add the weights in and then just put a piece of fabric on the bottom of it. and make it look nice, like a complete product. I think that could be what I do. That, I think, is the game plan. Okay, so we'll finish that up. I will fillet the edges of that. I'm just kind of considering something for the print, but I think it should be good. I was trying to think if there's something I needed to do to the inside, because this is going to print like this, right? So it's going to have to print like support material inside this. So I'm not really getting away from anything by cutting this out, because it's still going to fill this with support material so that it can print that ceiling nice. I mean, it might be able to bridge the whole thing, but I don't think my settings are fine-tuned that well on my printer. I still need to get a better table for it. It's on a table that's still like just it doesn't absorb enough of the vibrations, I guess is what I need to say. And like the swinging of the arm can sometimes have very, very small effects on it, but a very small effect can be compounded when you're just like layer by layer, you know what I mean? So I can do really good prints, but sometimes I just, when it comes to tight tolerances, I just like to like play it on the safe side to save plastic, you know what I mean? That's why I was considering possibly, because I could like maybe make that cutout come to like a peak, so that way it could build it up the roof over time and not need support for it. Because if you do like at least a 45-degree angle in that, then you can have no support material. I don't know how easy that would be for me to do, just because I'm a noob, you know what I mean? I think I could do like a loft or something. So finish your placement. Is it loft? No, loft's not right. It's a sweep or revolve. Probably a revolve would be what I could do the easiest to get that to happen. I don't know how easy that would be. Is there an easier way to do it the way I want though? Because I feel like that's for different type of operations. I don't know. It might not be that hard. Let's try it. Why not? You know? I mean, we're so close to being finished with it. Why not? Let's see. I wanted to try to maybe end the stream. Since we're going to be back at 6, I wanted to at least try to get some time to eat in there. So probably like in the 4 o'clock hour. That's probably when I'll end this. So we might not get the whole thing completed, but I think since we got the main bit completed, let's go ahead and get a little weird or something, you know what I mean? Try to do something a little bit difficult, maybe? I'm trying to think of where I start, though. I need to see my origin, I think. So I need it to be on this plane, but I want it to be more in. How do I do that? Is there a way I can just look at half of this thing? Split face. This is going to be difficult. I don't know how to make this happen. Because what I need is a plane that is in line with the center of this object. Basically, I need this whole object to be... Ooh, you know what I could do? Make the center of this object the center of the origin. I can just move the entire object, the body. So, then we'll do a move. Move it to origin. Now, its center is the center of our universe. And this will make it a snap, I think. So, that's good. So what that means is we can now pick a plane here at the body. Kitty bitty bodies. So now we're on this plane. My body back. And which I don't know where the cutout is. I make like a line, like a construction line for myself. I know how big they were. So it was doing the diameter, not the radius before. 164 sounds correct though, because it was 124, right? Or no, it's just 64. I mean. And then it went up 12 over 11. That doesn't look like it's lining up very well at all. Down 12. Alright, let's realign with our left here. Yeah, that's not lining up right, so just that. That actually took less time than expected, so I'm back right on. Well, welcome back, dude. Well, that's awesome, right? What was it, like some chores you had to do, or what? Right now, I'm trying to save on some plastic and some time and practice some more advanced stuff, I guess, in a way. I'm trying to... So I got this cutout here for the weights that I was looking at, but I'm trying to make it so that the roof of this cutout comes to a point so that my printer doesn't have to print a bunch of support material to make that flat surface. Since it's at an angle, it'll be able to print each line up to the point. Save me some plastic, which is fantastic if I can get it to work. But it's proving to be difficult to do. Maybe if I see the last sketch? No, because the sketch is over there. Damn, now all my sketches are gonna be wonk. Ah. I think I just came up with a better idea on how to do this. I'll finish the sketch. We're just gonna like pretend it never existed. Finish sketch, it's okay. And then we're gonna go back, right? How about we just go back in time before we did the move? Finish sketch. Click, click, boom. There we go. Alright, pretend that didn't happen. Find all the stuff you didn't see, didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and make this cut deeper as the first step to my new idea on how to do this. And we'll go with I need to add a couple of millimeters, maybe like 4, so let's go to 16. The reason being is we're gonna come under here and we're gonna add some fillets, or maybe some chamfers. We'll just go with chamfers too. Just freaking go with the chamfer, dude. Water some plants, clean a bird bath, clean a hummingbird feeder. Oh, nice. Forget about it. Exactly. Forget about it. All right, let's see what we can do. All up in here. All up in the zone. Pull it in. Oh, dang it. Gotta go gently. Gently. 5. How about 6? Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh. More gentle than that. There you go. See, my printer can print that. Can you see it? Do you know what I'm looking at here? It made it so that the top of that cutout comes to a point. So what that also means, though, and I do need to consider, is that the adhesive for the weights are just going to have to go on the sides of the weight. They're not going to be able to be stuck to the top. because that's a big gap. I mean, I could probably fill that with adhesive, I guess. Be generous with my adhesive. Maybe I'll start with hot glue and fill that gap with hot glue, putting the weights in, and then I'll put the other adhesive on. I don't know. We'll see. I'm totally lost, but I'm sure whatever it is it's good. Right on, dude. Yeah, it's the so here's the bottom of it. Maybe that helps give you perspective. So this is the where the camera will be mounted, the arm. So if we come up here, there we go. We got the bowl, we got the D. The camera arm will mount there once we make that. And if you come underneath it, I made a cutout, so I'm gonna put the cylinder weights in that cutout. And that will make it so that I can toss the dice in there and it's not going to rattle or shake or move. Should stay put. Maybe I'll put some rubber feet on the bottom too to help it not slide. You know what I mean? So it'll help it feel substantial too, which will just be nice. And then I think I'm gonna put like a piece of fabric over the bottom of it, and then maybe I'll put the feet on that fabric and hopefully make it look more official. But anyways, I was just trying to make the roof of that come to a point rather than just being like a flat roof, because my printer would have to fill that entire space with plastic, and it would be a waste of plastic. Waste of plastic, a waste of time. All right, so I think this part's done. I think this is printable at this point. I could go slap this on the printer right now and we'd be done in like 24 hours. Bang, bang, boom, 24 hours done.
Hell yeah!
But we gotta make the arm as well while we're here. How much time we got? 3:30? Yeah, we got some time. Let's keep going. All right. Man, Tyler, did you just bring like an entourage with you on Twitch or something? It's like when you left earlier, my view count dropped down to 1, and then when you came back, it went back to 5. So you have a little entourage with you or something, dude. What's up, everybody's out there? How you doing? Oh, Flex, you in there, dude? Do I see your name in there? Flex, is that you? I've got so much Twitch clout, I swear. Yeah, you dude. Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so how do we start with this one? I want to try to maybe build it right on top of it. But how do we do that? Let's start the sketch right here. How's that? We're gonna create a sketch. How about we save? Save real quick. Save early, save often. This is going to be the bowl complete. It's a bowl port. Should be, and that is a milestone. So actually, it's not that kind of milestone because we haven't made the arm yet. So milestones come after completions. I mean, you could consider that a milestone, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. You define that for yourself. But right now we need a camera arm. So we're going to create a sketch. And because it's going to adhere to this and it's going to have these circles that align, so it's going to be perfect if we have these circles here to add to our sketch. So it's not going to be the exact size of this because that's ridiculous. We don't need to do that. We just need something that encompasses the alignment pins and probably actually goes down a pretty good amount because you want it to be able to like take the torque of just like existence, bro. Give him that. And how far do we want it to sit above it? That's a question, dude. That is a question to be asked. Let me tell you what. Big thunderstorm rolling through BRB. You gotta go spectate. All right, on. Sounds good. Totally understand. As a Midwesterner, I totally understand. Let's see. How am I gonna measure this? I think my calipers might be big enough. Let's go see. Right now, above 200. Lower, would that be a big deal? If I can make it like another make it 240 would be preferred. If I can make it that tall. That is pretty tall though. Right now I have that at 215. What I mean by too tall is it won't fit on my printer. I can't print that all in one piece, which is fine because we probably could just make it printable in 2 pieces, and that could be like it could be an opportunity to try out some new stuff, you know, try to be a little more complicated or something. Try to practice something, you know? You gotta take those opportunities to try something new, or else you won't expand your understanding. Let's see. But we can make the object, and then I can maybe like cut the object, and that cut will hopefully be like our, what would you call that? What would that be? Like our joint, I guess, right? In woodworking. They might even have like some tool to do that automatically in here, for all I know. There's probably some easy way you do it in a snap, and a pro would know how to do it. Okay, let's see. So we got that much done. We got the size of it. Is there anything else I need to put into this drawing? Because we got the pegs, and we've got the overall body size. I think the rest of it can be done. Yeah, after I extrude, I guess. Kind of like whittle it down. This will be like the additive part, and then we'll do subtractive part stuff afterwards. So we'll finish that. And all together, this is going to be a press pull. We'll make it how thick? Like, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Get an example in real life. If it was 10 millimeters, it would be that thick, and that's a thick boy. So let's see if it was 5. 5's probably about what I'd like for sturdiness. Is 2 too thin at any point? 2 would be fine, like right where the camera grabs, perhaps. But I'll probably still go with 5. 5 seems like a happy medium between all of it. So my back, ooh, a little sore spot. All right, so 5 millimeters thick. And this is not going to be joined. This is going to be a new body. In fact, it's going to be a new component. Okay. There we go. Now I can move it around and everything if I need to. Pull it away. Yada yada. Oopsie. Actually, can I edit this? I wanted to actually include the holes. It's okay, is that? Okay, there we go, cool. Alright, so let's get rid of this body. We want to see that sketch again though. And we're gonna make our pegs. Oh, you know, I just remembered we needed to make the pegs slightly smaller so the adhesive could fit. That's right, that's right. So I need to edit the sketch. And I need to make slightly smaller holes inside of those holes. Kinda miss these beats, man. Oh, I need the body back for that? Oh no, I'm on the wrong side of this gosh darn thing. So it's 5, so just gonna make them 4. Another 4. Another 4. More. 4. There we go. So then I'll finish that. Looks like everything is still fine. I don't have to edit my previous press pull or whatever, but now we can come in here, grab these smaller holes, and make the pegs out of those. That way our pegs will be slightly smaller than their alignment holes that they go through, so that we can have adhesive around the peg so that we can stick it all together. Press pull. How deep did they need to be? 15, wasn't it? So I had 15 millimeter holes, but maybe I'll make these like 13. Gotta be negative, I guess. And I'll put like a fillet around the tips of them, so that way we can make sure that they will go in nicely. It's always nice to kind of round the edges for obvious reasons, I'm sure. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and fill at the bottom of them. Get rid of the sketch. I want this guy. That way the pegs will be more substantial. There's the fillet. Make it bigger. I don't want to make it too big, but it should be alright. If I make a matching fillet on the big main body. Big boy. This is the new body, right? Okay. This wasn't clicked into that, so. Oh, because this is a subcomponent? That's why. Okay. I see. Sorry, I'm new. We're still learning this. Now. Kind of a weak storm. I've seen better, to be honest. No, I've had better. Well, I would rather have them be mild, personally, so I think it's a good thing. I'm not a fan of the big ones themselves. There we go. So now they'll have this nice taper that will also give more surface area to the adhesive and also give more substantial, like, grip to the pegs, I think. Go. So they can put the other body on there. Wha-bam. And I guess it's pretty much okay the way it is. Look, it's just like a bar. Can I make that? Can I snazz that up at all? I mean, come on, dude. What are we doing? Just looks so blah. Let's try this. Give it a little filleting. Try that, and we're gonna fill it a millimeter. Is that like about 2 millimeters? There we go. At least it's like rounded that way. Looks a little nicer. I did leave one edge unfilleted on purpose because I wanted to give it a different size fillet. Can I do like 5 there? Oh, it made it like a round one. I didn't want to do that. Just that line. Damn it, it only wants to fillet it as a whole loop. Come on, dude, why you gotta be like that? I guess it's fine. I guess. Okay, so now the problem of printing this thing. So we need to cut it in half so that I can then glue it together, and that's got to be like a good joint as well, you know what I mean? So one thing I could do is kind of like make a drawing and then cut the drawing through it. That's like a shape, some sort of wonky, it could be any shape, it could be a standard joint shape. See what we have in here. See what tools we have that might help me out, that I might be ignoring. Pattern. Chamfer shell. Feel combined. Biospace is using a selected profile face of plane as cutting. I think that's for doing what I'm thinking about doing. I mean, maybe. I actually had a really good start in the Sims 2 world. I got all the core crops and a good amount of new stuff they added, like moss and glowberries. Nice, dude. Yeah, it's always nice to have a good spot to actually get to the new stuff right away. That's awesome. Glad to hear, bud. Is your main goal for that going to be to like mostly just check out all the new stuff, or you can try to build something cool up, or what? What do you got? What's going on? Any ideas yet? Thinking that could be a nice thing sometime. Oh, there's a joint. I think this is just putting things together. Once you've made the joint, you can make it act like a joint, I think is what this is all about. Distance components relative to one another and defines the relative motion. Right, yeah. That's not exactly what I need, nor is construct. The only way is going to be to just cut it out, I guess, so. Let's just make a new sketch on this. Let's go ahead. Go to this component. Oh, it's cool to see that one in a wireframe. Look at that. That's Thunderdome. That's cool. Sketch. And we'll go up to probably just like halfway in right in the middle, right? Right there. Go into like there. There. Go up like 0.5 millimeter and then trace it again. That's... I don't know. I'm questioning my work. I think I need to at least bring these points away from each other a little bit. There. There we go. That is more promising. The reason why I would do like a thickness like that too is because you got to make up for what the printer is going to do, and you got to have room for the adhesive. So I think hopefully just having it like, I try to go with 0.5 millimeter thick. That's God, it's gonna be so tiny. Oh man, it's like, I don't even think I could show that on the camera how thin that is. But yeah, 0.5 millimeter thick. Hopefully that'll be enough for the tolerance of the printer and for the adhesive. I mean, if I have to do some sort of like melting it together as well, that's probably not gonna be that big of a deal. I just want to make sure it looks somewhat decent, but it won't, that part won't be on the camera and the finished product anyway, so I don't have to worry about it too much. You're not gonna see it on stream. This whole thing is meant for the stream, so should be okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come out here and see how it's just like floating in space, but it's just gonna slice right through it. I've been struck. All right, then we're gonna cut that. Boom. And there we go. That looks pretty good, right? Kind of looks like a dovetail or whatever, right? Kind of what I was modeling it after. Hopefully I'll just be able to slide them together. And so I have this little webcam that has a clamp on it that I'm using right now. So I'll just clamp it to the top of this. Is my plan. Yeah, looks good. Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, I think everything will be ready to print then. we'll certainly start with the bowl because I might not even need the camera thing with like the setup I have now. I could probably still just use that and not use the bean, but I kind of just wanted to make it so that if I want to, I can make it all in one thing. Because right now it is like, I don't know. It's like two pieces. It's not all on one table. I guess that's the thing I'm trying to say. Like I'd rather be like just one piece I could pick up, and the camera module and everything comes with it. So that's why I'm thinking I'll probably end up printing that camera beam, but I'll go ahead and do the bowl first. Then I can get that done, and we can start using it while the beam is getting prepared. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. So we'll do that. So there you go. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's go ahead and actually click on that. Then we can see the whole thing in its glory. It'll be cooler once it's all printed out, that's for sure. It's gonna take a while. I hope I have enough plastic left over, which I think I do, because I'll have like really sparse infill in it, because it doesn't really need to have that much infill, especially since we're gonna put weights on the bottom of it. So yeah, there we go. Save that bad boy. I'll just call it version 1. This mouse would be 3, not be 1, dude. What are you talking about? Cool. So yeah, I'll get that printing maybe between streams today, so we can get it done. But yeah, I'll probably call a stream now for this one, and because we'll be back here in just about 2 hours for some Paradise Lost. In fact, how about I pick up Paradise Lost right now before I forget about it? I am here. Oh, and there's Stella. Hey, what's up, Stella? I was just about to stop the stream here while I was just talking about it. Not quite there yet. But we're gonna get Paradise Lost. There it is. On the old wish list. Off from work and home. Oh, welcome home, Stella. Oh, looks like someone is streaming it right now as well. I'll be streaming it here in about 2 hours. Oh, recent reviews are mixed. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, you want to do D20 battle? Okay, let's do it. I do have the light on, and the camera should be good. I guess it's a little dim over there. Should still work though. Let me throw the dice out there. We should see it, right? Okay, there we go. Oh, there's my roll. There you go. I got 11, got an 18. Huzzah! There you go. All right, 2 packs coming your way, Stella. Ooh, let me get the stretch though. Oh gosh, you need that. Still a little sore, but we're getting there. My left leg feels fine now, but my right leg is still a little bit sore. All of a sudden, it's like the one that's making a big deal out of it. Yeah, Ty, I don't know if you've seen us do that yet, but yeah, I have a new, this is all about is that channel point item that Stella just used, where we do this little battle, and since she won, I give her a Stream Loots pack. And I'd like to try to use it for other things too, but we'll see. You guys want me to give you a hell yeah? There we go, coming at you. And hell yeah, incoming.
Yo.
Where is it? Where is it?
Hell yeah!
Oh, you want to see it?
What?
Check it out, Stella. Here's what we got. So we got the logo in there. Get the nice little facets or whatever. It'll be bouncing around all these little walls. Randomizing. And then we have this beam right here. It's gonna have to be 2 separate prints, so I had to make a joint in it. So I'll print those 2 things. This is for the camera. I have a camera that has a clamp to attach to stuff, so I'll just clamp it to the top of this beam and just point it straight down into the bowl. And hopefully, I was actually also thinking I want to get like some adhesive LEDs and then line the rim with the LED lights so you can really see inside of it. So since it's going to be black, it's going to be pretty dark, but that should hopefully also make the die stick out since it's white. But, you know, we'll see. I'm going to see what it looks like without the LEDs first and see if they're necessary, and if I need them, I'll probably go ahead and get them. It's just it'll add extra wire, so I'd rather not have to have them if it looks fine. That looks so much better than anything I could think of. Yeah, it kind of just came together because my whole idea was just like, okay, octagon, you know, for the facets of the sides to help, you know, roll it and everything. And So I just cut a few octagons, kind of eyeballed a lot of it, and just we got these chamfers to work perfectly to make these nice little panels. And yeah, I feel like I stumbled into a lot of it, but it really, I think it's turned into something pretty cool. Especially I like the logo. I'm glad that I had already made the SVG file of the logo, because that worked out really well. Cut out really nice. So I'll be filling that with some nail polish like you suggested, and seeing how that works. That should be cool. And then in the bottom, I also made a cutout here for, I'm gonna buy some of these tungsten cylinder weights on Amazon. That's like $7. And then I'll fill it with some of the weights and glue those in. And then I was gonna put maybe like some fabric on the bottom and then some rubber feet on it, and so that it won't slide around, and it'll stay in place, so I could really like toss the die and get it in there, and it won't like move around or whatever. So hopefully I've thought of everything, and this will go according to plan. And hopefully it is small enough to fit on my printer. From everything I measured like 3 times. It should fit on the printer, so hopefully we'll be good there. But I'll be printing this. I'll start this hopefully between today's streams, and then I'll print this one probably tomorrow. Well, it'll probably be like at least a day, maybe a day and a half for this to print, maybe even longer. And then I'll just try to print these right afterwards. Now I'll get that order for the tungsten weights in and everything too, so can't wait to see it produced. I think you have thought of everything. Thank you. Yeah, I really hope I have. The one thing that I hadn't thought of quite all the way was like, if I do add the LEDs, it could have been nice maybe to have like some sort of ledge for them to have been like intended to be placed in, to make them angle like slightly down like a stadium. But I could add something on top. I could easily just like make an additional piece that I could glue to the top that adds like a little extra ledge or something, so not all would be lost there. So I think it's good. I think we got a good model here. It's been a good stream. Glad I did it. Glad you guys were here for at least parts of it when you could, because I think it's so much fun when you guys get to see this part of it, and we get to see it all come together once I like bam use it. And then now I just got to make some graphics and stuff for Domm's Dice Dungeon, so we can have an entire slide for when we play that game, and make it a bigger thing, you know. And I want to try to see how I can try to include it in other things, you know, not just the stream loots pack, but there's other reasons to roll the die, you know, because it's just like a randomized thing that I can do, and you guys have the ability to do with an advantage at any point. So I don't know. I just like to think of some cool stuff. I like the interactivity, and now that we don't have too many people that, you know, jump on that stuff, which is totally fine, but I like it. And anytime you guys do it, I want to make a big deal of it because I think it's fun. Anyway, so back to Steam. I wanted to see the recent reviews for Paradise Lost were mixed, so I was gonna see what kind of negative stuff we have. There's so much wasted potential here that I wouldn't even call this a game. Oh no. I know, melodramatic, let me explain. You start estimating the plot of Deep Mystery that you uncover piece by piece. Oh yeah, I don't want too many spoilers potentially. I'm not gonna read that. Yeah, I'm not upset at being watching this. Sounds like it might be a little bit like, from some of the negative reviews, I guess I'm getting a little bit of vibes that it might be like Firewatch and the whole walking simulator part, which I think we're fine with, right? Because it's Storytime Tuesday. You know, that's the whole like point, is that we're like just going for the story. I don't know. I'm a little afraid to read too many of the negative reviews because I don't want to get spoilers. It's a pretty mysterious game, but it is on sale right now, so that's tight. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and do that off stream though, so I don't have to do my financials up there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that'd be cool. We'll be playing that at 6 o'clock tonight. Everybody who's watching, definitely tune back into that. Heads up, when using the nail polish, use it little and then let it dry. Multiple coats is better than globbing it and then have a not great outcome. Oh yeah, I hear you there. Yeah, definitely other things I've done in my past have proven that to me the hard way. So, but thank you for the reminding me, because I could definitely get a little bit excited sometimes, and you just kind of pour it on in there. But yeah, I definitely made that mistake. I didn't see all the Firewatch, but I wasn't upset by what I saw. Yeah, Firewatch, there was definitely a lot of cool stuff about Firewatch. The overall story just kind of fell apart. Like, there wasn't really a good story. It wasn't really much of a story. It was just like a series of things that happened that were hardly connected. And that was the thing that bothered me about Firewatch. So that's what I hope doesn't necessarily happen here. But the whole fact that it was a walking simulator and stuff, it was a beautiful game, and there was a lot of atmosphere, and I thought that was cool and totally, like, you know, on brand for Storytime Tuesday, like I said earlier, you know. So I think it'd be cool. That's what everybody voted for in the Discord. So if you're looking for, I might be putting it up tomorrow, the next poll in the Discord for Storytime Tuesday. So I'm not sure exactly what games will be on there. I think I'm gonna put, what was that other one? The one that got second this week, Backbone or whatever. I think I'm gonna put that one on there again because I hope you guys are interested in that one as well, because I really want to play that one. Yeah, Backbone. Yeah, it got second most votes. We almost got it, but honestly, all three of those games. The Lion Song also looks really, really nice too. I know Backbone is new, and I guess that's one reason why I think it'd be cool to play it soon. And so that's why I'll probably put it on the list again to see if you guys want to play that. But we'll definitely have other options, and not disappointed in any way by what you guys choose. Like Firewatch, it didn't bother me that the story fell through. I just enjoyed the ride. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's how you gotta enjoy games like that, for sure. I just felt like a missed opportunity, I guess, to me, and I just get really nitpicky about storytelling. Just, I think from when I was in film school and stuff, I've read a lot about, you know, how to like construct a story and stuff, and so I feel like it was such a missed opportunity. You had so many things that they set up, and they just didn't really pay much of it off. And when I was reading about like what the dev said about it later, because they like answered to the criticism with like a blog post, and it made it feel like there was like specific choices that we were supposed to make that we didn't make on our playthrough that would have added some meaning to it. But I guess I just disagreed with the entire deal, because it all relied on you like basically like forgetting your wife and falling in love with this new lady. And I guess I just didn't like the idea that I was trying to stay true to my wife. So, and yeah, so it's interesting. So the game expected you, from what their explanation was, that they wanted you to like just forget about your wife that has dementia back home and just start some new life with some person you just met and never seen before. Like, and then the game apparently had meaning, but I still didn't really like what they had written. I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was just so cool. Like the environment that they made, it looked beautiful, you know, and a lot of like even the writing and stuff was fine, you know, like the dialogue felt fine. They had a lot of setup where we kept thinking it was going to be like some big twist and some weird thing. But yeah, I don't know, they what's the term that you use? They disrupted my expectation, or whatever the term is for that, by not actually like disrupting anything. Because I thought they were gonna do that, and then they didn't. And that was like, oh, is that supposed to be like a reverse psychology thing? Like you thought there was gonna be a twist, but then there was no twist, it just doesn't happen? Oh my god, okay. But yeah, it just felt like there was so much build up to what could have been something cool, and that's the only reason why I think I get stuck on, because again, I'm a big story nut, so I think about that stuff way too much. I ruin stories for myself sometimes that could otherwise just be a good time. So I'm trying to get better about not doing that. So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna go get something to eat really quick so that I'm all fed by the time we get to the stream time for Paradise Lost. And yeah, get this guy printing so we can see this as soon as possible. So yeah, see you later, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys just here in a little bit. Hopefully you guys will join me for some Paradise Lost. Should be fun. And yeah, can't wait. Later on, guys. Thanks for hanging out for my midday stream. I really appreciate it. All right, it's gonna be very unceremonious, but here we go.